At the beginning of this series, I used 3 videos to introduce a sequence of all the main plots that happened in Detective Conan from 50 years ago to the present, and then I used another video to explain most of the routines of the side plots in Detective Conan. Finally, after the 2 Shetty arcs of the plot and the 2 Vermouth arcs of the plot, we come to the 3rd climax of the main plot of Detective Conan, the Kido arc. Firstly, the teammates of Conan are Professor Agasa and Haibara Ai, who are the same ones as from the Vermouth arc. Then, there are FBI agents Akai Shuichi and Jody Starling. Finally, there are 2 new characters, FBI agent James Black and his subordinate, Andre Kamel, who have joined the main storyline. The members of the Black organization are the same as last time, Gin, Vodka, and Vermouth. In addition to the 2 new members, Korn and Chianti, who are partners of the dead member Calvados, and are also superb snipers with a maximum range of about 600 yards. In addition to these codename members of the organization, there is a low-level member named Kusuda Rikumichi and the undercover agent Hondo Hidemi, also known as Mizuna Shirena, who the organization codenamed Kidu and was sent to the Black organization by the CIA. The 3rd arc of the plot also started with her as the fuse. One day, Mori Kogoro took Conan to the TV station to participate in a recording program, where they met Mizuna Shirena as the announcer. She commissioned Mori Kogoro to investigate a strange bell ringer prank, but the actual purpose was that she was implying to Mori Kogoro to protect the safety of her brother, Hondo Aisuke. After resolving the incident, Conan forgot to retrieve the transmitter device that was installed on Mizuna Shirena's door, and the device was accidentally stuck under her shoes. When Conan was about to recover the device, he heard that Mizuna Shirena's keytones when sending an email was the Japanese children's song, The 7 Children, and when she was calling on the phone, addressing the other party as Jean, which confirmed to Conan that Mizunashi is a Black organization member. This is the 4th time Conan has wiretapped a member of the Black organization, but it is also the most unfortunate, because the previous 3 times, Conan had used the identity of an unfamiliar child to install a transmitter device on them. But this time, Mori Kogoro, who was a famous detective, was also involved. Plus the last time, when Conan was on the rooftop of a building, he used an adult male voice in order to warn Jean. So, the Black organization probably suspects that Mori Kogoro is Shetty's helper. At the same time, Conan put chewing gum on the device in order to make it stick to the door better. If members of the Black organization discovered the device and then investigated the fingerprints left on the gum, then Conan would really be done for. In order to retrieve the device, Conan and Professor Agasa tracked Mizuna Shirena's car to the underground parking garage and heard the special engine sound of Jean's Porsche 356A through the device. During their conversation, Conan learned that Mizuna Shirena's codename is Kidu, as well as 2 new members of the organization, Korn and Chianti. Jean's plan is to have Kidu lead their target DJ to reach Eddie P at 13 o'clock, and then have Korn and Chianti shoot the target. Just in case, they also brought Vermouth, who would be disguised, to join the operation. Although Chianti was dissatisfied with why the woman who caused Calvados' death is participating in this plan, it was decided by the boss, and she did not dare to resist. At the same time, FBI agent Jody Starling is also following Mizuna Shirena, because the FBI discovered that she visited Arare Hospital several times while Vermouth was disguising as Arare Tomoaki. So, Jody Starling began to join forces of Conan to stop the Black organization's assassination and retrieve the device. Haibara has also begun to take the initiative and help Conan against the Black organization. According to the hint given by Jody Starling, Conan deduced that the name of the place Eddie P means Haido Park, and the target DJ represents the former higher-up from the self-defense force, Domon Yasuteru. After knowing the target location and people, Conan and them arrived at the park one step ahead of time, and they were also noticed by Vermouth. In order to prevent the assassination, Conan had Jody use a pistol to destroy the sprinkler in the park, causing the crowd to believe that it was raining and opening their umbrellas, which disturbed the sight of the sniper. And it just so happened the real rain had started to fall, so the cautious Jean could only postpone the plan. In the crowd, Mizuna Shirena accidentally had her shoes fall off, and when Conan was about to retrieve the device, he was found out by her. She touched Conan's aorta and asked him if he was following her. This method is what CIA agents do to judge whether the other party is lying based on the heartbeat, blood pressure, and pupils opening and closing. Mizuna Shirena learned that Conan was preventing the assassination, and Conan had forgotten to recover the device because of her abnormal behavior. In order to ensure the success of the second assassination, Vermouth also joined in on this mission. Jean made Vermouth disguise as a wounded woman and fall in front of the target's car. After the target left the car, Kidu would shoot the target from behind, and then the sniper was responsible for killing the bodyguard. After Kidu put the clothes and shoes on Jean's car and put on tights that are more suitable for activities, Vermouth tapped on the dashboard of the motorcycle and asked her if she was this. The meaning of this knock stands for NOC, non-official cover. Although Kiryu denied it, Conan, who was eavesdropping, confirmed her true identity as an undercover agent in the black organization that was sent by the CIA. At the same time, in order to ensure the safety of Uncle Mori and Ran, Conan asked Agasa to take them back to his home, and then the FBI also sent an agent to monitor the Mori detective agency. Habara also wanted to protect her this time, because Ran gave her a sister-like feeling. When Kiryu and the FBI were playing Fast and Furious on the highway, a little boy suddenly appeared in front of them. The FBI agents braked hard, and Kiryu on the car fell to the ground due to inertia and fainted. So far, the FBI successfully arrested Kiryu, a member of the black organization, and sent her to Haido Central Hospital. On the other hand, Jin noticed the noise of the communication and found the device on Kiryu's shoes. The original plan was immediately changed, and the goal was set on the Mori Detective Agency. And this time, Jin deliberately didn't destroy the device because he suspected that Mori Kogoro was Shetty's helper, so he wanted to interrogate him while he was still alive. Conan also noticed the abnormal state of the device, making the FBI hurry to the Mori Detective Agency. At this time, Mori Kogoro also returned to the Mori Detective Agency in order to listen carefully to information about horse racing, and also unplugged the telephone line, which caused Conan to be unable to make calls to him. Jin mistakenly thought that Mori Kogoro was listening carefully to the device, so he began to threaten him. In this emergency, Conan used his power-enhancing kick shoes to smash the window of the Mori Detective Agency and made Uncle Mori yell out loud that he was listening to horse racing information. However, just in case, Jin told the sniper to kill Mori Kogoro and the kid who played soccer together, but he was strongly opposed by Vermuth. With no other choice, Jin could only choose to take the chewing gum for analysis to see if it was Mori Kogoro's fingerprints. Suddenly, from a distance of 700 yards away, a bullet was fired, which sent the gum flying. This sniper was the one that was just responsible for monitoring the Mori Detective Agency, FBI agent Akai Shuichi. His position was just outside the range of Conan counties, but Akai Shuichi was able to shoot Jin several times, and helplessly, Jin escaped in embarrassment. In the escape car, Vermuth persuaded Jin to let him put the Mori Kogoro matter aside. The FBI was actually their real opponent. At the same time, their goal this time is to make a professor of Teto University Pharmaceutical, Tokiwa Eisaku, successfully elected as Shugin. So, they want to assassinate his most powerful competitor, Domon Yasuteru. I personally guess that this Tokiwa Eisaku may be an important character in the future of Detective Conan. According to his profession, he is likely to be a participant in the APTX 4869 research. Now, Domon Yasuteru's father is found to have carried out adultery, and he has also withdrawn from the Shugin competition. So, the black organization no longer needs to assassinate him. Now, the biggest goal is to rescue Kiryu, who was captured by the FBI. And Conan also pretended to emulate Mizunashi Reina's voice, helping her take a long vacation in the TV bureau. Anime episode 429. Hondo Hidemi's younger brother, Hondo Aisuke, transferred to Ran's class to investigate the whereabouts of his sister. He and Conan began to doubt each other's identities when they first met. Hondo Aisuke suspected that Conan was the person Ran often mentioned, Kuro Shinichi, while Conan confirmed Aisuke's identity because of his appearance and the CIA agent's polygraph technology that he used. In order to further confirm, Conan also asked Hattori Heiji to investigate his childhood. However, Hondo Aisuke refused to believe that Mizunashi Reina was his sister, Hondo Hidemi, because he thought his blood type was O, and his sister had given him a blood transfusion more than 10 years ago, so his sister should also have type O blood. Therefore, he thinks that Mizunashi Reina, whose blood type is AB, is a villain who hid his sister and has plastic surgery to look like his sister. But Conan found traces of the bone marrow transplant on Haido Aisuke's chest, and based on the information that he had leukemia before, deduced that his sister had done a bone marrow transplant to Hondo Aisuke, who had leukemia, which changed his blood type from an O to an AB, and then he was given the blood transfusion. While these two siblings' father is the already deceased CIA agent Hondo Ethan. At the same time, the black organization sent Vermuth to find the little boy who suddenly appeared on the road, and knew from his mouth that Kiryu got terribly injured and might be imprisoned in a hospital near Haido City by the FBI. So, they sent a large number of low-level members to sneak into Haido City, pretending to be patients in all the hospitals to investigate. While Hondo Aisuke also learned about this from the little boy, and began to sneak into the hospital to know the whereabouts of his sister from Mizunashi Reina. The FBI found that someone was looking for Mizunashi Reina's whereabouts in Haido Central Hospital, so they began to gather agents to prepare to fight the black organization with her as bait. Sleeping Beauty Mizunashi Reina is actually already awake. All the preparations are in place, and the next step is the biggest climax of the Kiryu arc, Clash of Red and Black.